Outside in the world is danger at all times for various reasons. In caveman times, that danger may have been, a saber-toothed tiger. It may have been the weather. It may have been a lack of resources. It may have been, who knows, any number of things. Things that with no conscience are trying to kill you. They want to end your life. And so how do we survive? We work together. And together, we come together in our groups, in our companies, in our tribes, to feel like we belong, to be around people who believe what we believe, so that we may feel safe. When we're surrounded by people who have our best interests in mind and we feel safe, we will organize ourselves and cooperate to face the dangers externally. Don't forget, the outside dangers are a constant. In a modern world, the outside dangers may be your competition that's trying to put you out of business, or at least steal your business. It might be the ebbs and flows of the economy. It might be terrorism. All of these unknowns, all trying to put you out of business, take away your job, take away your livelihood, end it for you. Nothing personal. It's a constant. Inside our organizations, the dangers we face are not a constant. They are a variable. And they are the decisions of leadership as to how safe they make us feel when we go to work. This is the job of leaders. Aesop said it better than I can. There's an Aesop fable about 4 oxen that stand tail to tail. And whenever the lion tries to eat them, no matter what angle from which he attacks, he will always be met with horns. However, due to infighting and disagreements, they separate and they go and graze in different parts of the field. And one by one, the lion picks them off and kills them all. When we stand together, we can more easily face the dangers outside. When we break up inside our companies, if our leaders don't allow us a space to feel safe inside our own companies, to feel like we belong, then we're forced to exert our own energy to protect ourselves from each other. And, by the way, expose ourselves to greater danger from the outside. If you have to worry about politics, if you have to worry about someone stealing your credit, if you have to worry about your boss not having your back, think about the energy you invest, not in your business, not in the products you're trying to develop, not in your work, not in how great you're producing, not in your creativity, but in just keeping yourself feeling safe. This is destructive. The responsibility of leadership is 2 things. 1, to determine who gets in and who doesn't get in. This is what it means to start with why. What are our values? What are our beliefs? Who can we allow in? Second thing is to decide how big this is. How big do we make the circle of safety? How big do we make the circle of belonging? Do we keep it around just our C-level executives and call it an inner circle and allow others to try and fend for themselves and maybe try and get into our inner circle? Or do we extend it to the outermost edges of the organization? Great leaders extend the circle of safety, the circle of belonging, out to the outermost edges, so the most junior person feels like they belong, feels safe. I talk about leadership as a muscle, and like any muscle that we choose to build, you don't start by lifting an extremely heavy weight. You will hurt yourself, you will break yourself, and it may only happen once. Right? And you wouldn't want to jump off the highest cliff onto that trampoline before you get a sense of what it's like to jump off a low cliff onto that trampoline. You have to know the trampoline. Leadership's the same, courage is the same, which is you don't start with the biggest weight. You start with small weights, and you get comfortable and you build the muscle. And as you build the muscle, you also build your confidence. And as you build your confidence, you can lift heavier weight. And as you lift heavier weight, you build the muscle again. And you also learn how to deal with pushing and pain. But your body's in shape and you can take it. So I think there's a big difference between jumping out of a plane and jumping out of a plane with a parachute. Both have the same sort of madness, but one is a little more secure than the other. It's the exact same analogy as your muscle analogy. So yeah, I believe courage is a muscle, and you work your way up to it. You practice. There are some who take the big jump off the big cliff, and I call those lottery winners. Are they genius entrepreneur problem solvers? Maybe, but very often a lot of those people enjoy the success once.